Hi, friends. Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name's Julia. I'm one of the second grade teachers at the Soulard School. And here for Teaching in Room 9, my lessons focus on phonemic awareness, the smallest units of sounds that letters make. Welcome back, friends. I'm so glad that you're able to join me here today. I'm so happy that I get the chance to be here with you. And I'm ready to go ahead and jump right in. All right, so since it's been a little bit since we've been together, I want to warm up your brain and review some of the things that we've learned here together already. I say, you say, print awareness. Nice. I say, you say, parts of a book. Yeah, you got it. So in order for us to practice and review some of these things we've talked about, I thought we could try doing mirrors on, one of my very favorite things. So when I say mirrors on, you are going to repeat everything I say and do until I say mirrors off. Are you ready to try, friends? Mirrors on. Oh, we know that letters have sounds. Letters come together to make a word. Letters are consonants or vowels, and vowels are short or long. Mirrors off. You did really well, readers. I'm so proud of you. So we've talked about all of those different ways that we can hear that long vowel sound. We talked about how vowel teams are two or more letters that come together to make that long vowel sound. Some of the vowel teams we talked about are A-I, A-Y, A, E-A, E-E, E, I-G-H, I-E, I, O-A, O-W, O, U-E, E-W, oo. We also talked about the two sounds that O makes. One of them is oo, the other is We talked about how magic E, it's our sign language for E, comes at the end of a word and it makes the vowel say its long, long sound. We've talked about our friends, the Y twins. And when Y comes at the end of a one-syllable word, it says I. When Y comes at the end of a two-syllable word, it says E. And again, a syllable are those beats or sounds in a word. And they are organized or formed around a talking vowel. So magic E is a super silent vowel. But if you hear the vowel sound, that's how you figure out how many syllables. And then last week, we talked about diphthongs. Again, they're letters that come together, and it's the sound that they make. And diphthongs glide like oi, oi. Ow! And yeah. Nice memory, friends. So we've been focusing a lot on all of those vowel sounds and really focusing our brain on vowels. Here's our learning goal or objective for today. I can know my blends. These, friends, are consonant blends. So today we are focusing on our other letters, the consonants, and the way that they come together to make blends. I can understand blends come at the beginning or the end of a word. I can hear both sounds in a blend. That is one of those main differences between some of the vowel teams and the diphthongs that we've talked about. They come together to make one sound. Whereas in our blends, you can generally hear both sounds or all of the sounds if it's more than two. All right, so we're gonna do some mirrors on to practice some of these blends. But first, I wanna show you my chart over here. It says recipes for blends. And here's our chef down here. He's the blend chef. And here is his recipe book here. It says here, ingredients. The ingredients you have are a pinch of one consonant, a dash of another, and our directions for the recipe is step 1, add 2 consonants. And blend well, blend them all up. Step 2, say the new sound, read and enjoy. And then you can see so many different blends that are written on our chart here. I've taken those blends and some other ones, and I've added them to this over here. So, and I've kind of sorted them into initial blends, ones that we'll find at the beginning of a word, and final, ones that we'd find at the end of a word. There's so many different blends out here, so not every single one might be on here, but I've tried to organize them as best that I can. We're gonna practice putting them together to make words. All right, are you ready, readers? We're gonna go ahead and try mirrors on to talk about our consonant blends. Mirrors on. A consonant blend is when 2 or more letters come together at the beginning or end of a word. Consonant blends glide together, but you still hear all sounds. Mirrors off. Nicely done, readers. So again, that's our difference between some of those vowel teams and diphthongs that we talked about so far. We can hear all the sounds that are in our consonant blends. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of these initial blends in the beginning and final blends at the end. All right, so we're gonna do it in a little song, and we're gonna look at some of these top ones here. So we're starting with initial, our ones that are in the beginning. So let's look at this one here. S-K. One sound S, one sound K. Push them together and say sk. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. One sound S, one sound oo. Push them together and say sl. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Nicely done. So we did sk and sl. This one is CR. One sound K, one sound Push them together and then say ker. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Next we have g, gul. One sound g, one sound Push them together and then say gul. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. S-T, st, st. One sound S, one sound T. Push them together and say st. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Nicely done. So you can see the way that we take our two sounds, S, K, and push them together to say sk. Let's practice that same song with some of these final consonants down here, consonant blends down here. So our first one is p, and it blends to say p. One sound one sound p. Push them together and then say p. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Next is d, d. One sound d. Push them together and then say with consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Next is k, to say nk. One sound k. Push them together and then say nk. With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Last one, we're gonna do That's kind of hard, right? One sound Push them together and then say With consonants placed side by side, we blend them together in one bite. Nicely done. You can see we can use that same pattern and practice all of these initial beginning blends or our final blends as well. But I just kind of wanted to practice a few of those that we'll be using here together. All right, now let's go ahead, readers, and we're gonna practice putting some of these blends together. Okay, so the first ones that we're gonna do together is we're gonna use OW. And we learned that OW is one of those vowel teams where they come together to make that one long vowel sound. O, O. That is our long O sound. So here we have O. And the first word we're going to make is with our G, L, blend. Okay? What word do I have now? Glow. Glow. Nicely done. Let's put those sounds on our fingers. G-l-o. Glow. How many sounds did I have in that word, friends? Hold it up on your fingers so I can see. Yes, 3 sounds, because you hear all of the sounds in the blend. G-l-o. Glow. All right, now we're going to take the g-l blend in the beginning and we're going to change it to the s-l blend in the beginning. What new word do I have? Yes, well done. We now have the word slow. Slow. Let's put them on our fingers. S-l-o. Slow. Nicely done. You can hear our 2 blends, or our blend, our 2 letters that come together to make the blend. S-l and then O. Slow. Now let's try a different blend. And we're going to use F-L, F-L, to make a new word. What new word do I have now, friends? Yes, flow. Flow. Like the water will flow downstream. Let's put them on our fingers. Are you ready? F-L-O. Flow. Nicely done. Are you noticing that all of these words are rhyming words? Yes, you're absolutely right, because we're using that vowel team here, that OW, and they have that same ending sound. Rhyming words always use the same ending sound, and we're just switching out our blends in the beginning. All right, our next one is the BL. Here it is. Ba-ul says the blend, ul. Now what word do I have? You got it. Blow. B-l-o. Blow. Blow. I blow bubbles. Next, let's use the CR. Here, because C is next to a consonant, it makes the hard C sound. And making the blend, cur. Now what word do I have? You did it. Crow. K-er-o. Crow. You are so good at this, friends. We're all picking words that rhyme, and they also have just those 3 phonemes or those 3 sounds in the word, because OW makes one sound of the long O. And then we hear both of those sounds in the blend. Next one, we're gonna do SN. So, push them together to say sn. What new word do I have now? Yes, you did it. We have the word snow. Snow. S-n-o. Snow. All right. One more. Let's do one more. Let's use the GR. Makes the g-er. Push them together to say grr. What new word do I have now? Yes, you did it. Grow. G-er-o. Grow. Well done. We made so many words just using the O combo there, that vowel team that says the long O. And we just switched out our blends. Now let's try a new one. We're gonna use the same ending sound again. Do you know what this says? Can you shout it out nice and loud for me? Nice, I heard a few friends say 8. Can you say that? 8. Here's an example of our magic E is making the vowel say its long vowel sound, A-A. So we're using 8. Now, let's add some of those initial blends together so we can make some words. Let's use this first one. One sound k. Push them together and then say sk. What word do I have right now, friends? Sk. 8. Skate. Yes, absolutely. We hear both sounds in the blend. Sk. And then you hear the long A. A. T. Skate. How many sounds was that? Let's try it again. Sk. 8. Skate. Yeah, it was 4 sounds. Even though we have 5 letters, it's only those 4 sounds because our super silent E on the end. And even though it's 5 letters, it's still only 1 syllable because we only have 1 talking vowel. Skate. All right, let's make a new word. Let's try this blend. Oh, one sound oh, push them together and then say soul. What new word do I have? Soul. 8. You're doing a really nice job, readers. Slate is our new word. Like, I want to start over with a nice, clean slate. Let's put the sounds on our fingers. S-o-8. S-o-8. There we go. Slate. So again, 4 sounds. S-o for our initial blend. A-t. Slate. Nicely done. Okay, let's try our CR blend. Cur. What new word do I have? Yes, good. Crate. Crate, like a milk crate. You hear both sounds in the blend. Eight. Crate. Well done. Again, we've got all of these rhyming words because we're using the same ending sounds. Last one, let's try this blend. First sound s, next sound t. Push them together and then say st. Good. So if we have that blend st and then 8 at the end, what new word do I have? Yes, state, like we live in the state of Missouri or Illinois for some of my friends. St, 8. Let's put it on our fingers. St. 8, state. 4 sounds, but only 1 syllable again for our 1 talking vowel. Nicely done. All right, let's try this. So instead of this one here, we're gonna do ain. Can you say that with me? Ain. Here is our vowel team. Now it says A-I, and it says A. And then we have that final sound of A-n. All right. So we have 1 blend here. Let's try this one with our tur. If I put that here, what new word do I have? Yes, nice. Terrain, like choo-choo. Let's put the sounds on our fingers. Terrain. Terrain, nice. 4 sounds again. 2 for our blend, 1 for our long A, and then 1 for that final N. Terrain. All right, let's try a different blend, and we're gonna do this blend here. One sound B, 1 sound push them together and then say burr. All right, what new word do I have? Amazing, you're right. The new word is brain. Brain. Your brain is so smart and always growing. Brain. 4 sounds. Now, what if I took this word here, friends, and I got rid of that first sound? Let's put the sounds on our arm this time. We have A, 4. Brain. What if I got rid of that first sound, ba? What new word would I have? Amazing, you are right. Rain would be our new word that we would have. All right. Now, let's also try some of our final blends as well. Okay, so we're gonna do U is our vowel, and it's a short U sound. Short U says and we're gonna use the NK. Can you say that with me? It's kind of a weird one. Put your hand on your throat. Can you feel it when you make this sound? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, so now U-N-K. Unk. Can you make that with me? You can feel it on your throat again. Unk. You can definitely feel it, right? All right, now I'm gonna use an initial blend. Tur. T-R or T-R. Blend it. Tur. What word did I just make? Yes, trunk. Like the trunk of my car or my trunk where all my toys go. Absolutely. All right, now let's leave that short U, When we had trunk, let's see how many sounds we had. T-R, k. 5 that time. T-R, k. 5 sounds. Nice. All right, now let's get rid of this blend and let's put in 1 consonant this time. 1 consonant. The consonant B. What new word do I have? K. Blend it for me. Yes, bunk. Like a bunk bed. Well done. Let's put it on our fingers. K. Bunk. Very good. Amazing, readers. You were doing such a good job. All right, let's take out the B and put in the sound S. What new word do I have? S. K. Yes, sunk. Absolutely. Like that sunk in the water all the way to the bottom. All right, let's try a different blend. Let's try, instead of the unk blend, let's try this one here. D. One sound one sound d. Push them together and then say d. Can you try that with me? D. Okay, so this is a final blend, so it comes on the end there. D. And this time I'm going to use the vowel A, short A. Ah, ah. Okay. All right. Now let's add a consonant. What word do I have here? D. Blend it for me. Yeah, you did it. Hand, d. Hand, like I'm putting the sounds on my hand. D. Hand. We have 4 sounds in that word. All right, let's take away this sound and let's put in a consonant. Let's put in the consonant b. B. What new word do I have? B-a-n-d. Blend it. Band. Very good. All right, let's try one more before we go together, friends. Let's try, instead of the and, we're gonna do the old. Final blend. Old. Old. All right, and we're gonna use the vowel short. Actually, I'm sorry, long. Oh, oh. What word do I have here, friends? Old. Old. Yes, old. 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 Like I am 7 or 8 years old. It's not really how old I am. Now, what if I add on another sound in the beginning? What if I add on the sound t, t? What new word do I have? T, old. T, old. Very good. T, old. Told. Nicely done, readers. We looked at so many different examples of consonant blends, where they come together and they glide, but we still hear both sounds. The only one where we really don't hear both sounds is CK. It is a final blend and it just says the k, k. But all of our examples of blends, whether they become in the beginning or the end, we hear both sounds. And we only focus with our consonants here today in order for us to make all of these new words together. You did incredible, readers. I'm so proud of you. Enjoy the rest of your day, friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.